Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a happy Easter. It sounds like we're going to be at this distance learning stuff for a little bit longer. So we've got another lesson this week, and I'm glad that you've joined us. This morning, what I'd like you to do is sing the song that we've been practicing. We can't sing in front of everybody at church, but we can sing it at home. And if you really wanted to, you could have your parents record you, and you could send it back to us. And then we can share it to everybody on the church Facebook page. After you've practiced our song, we'll have a story, and then I've got an activity for you to try out this week. You might need your parents' help and some supplies, but we've got a list for you. But now, why don't you join our helpers and sing and dance along with Jesus is Alive. This week, our story is from the book of John, chapter 20, verses 19 through 31. Everyone was feeling so scared. No one was sure what to do. Jesus had been put to death on the cross. Now, Mary Magdalene was telling everyone that she had seen him in the garden in front of the tomb. All of Jesus' friends decided to gather together. When the last one was in the room, they made sure the door was locked. Everyone was feeling so scared. They were all talking about what had happened. No one knew what to do. All of a sudden, Jesus stood there in the middle of them. He said to his friends, "Peace be with you. As God sent me, now I am sending you." Everyone was so happy. Jesus showed them his side and his hands. Then he said again, "Peace be with you." Then Jesus breathed on them. Jesus said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive people for the wrong things they do, then they shall be forgiven." Then Jesus left them. Not all of Jesus' friends had been in the locked room. One of them, named Thomas, had been away that day. The rest of Jesus' friends told him, "We have seen Jesus. He gave us such an important gift. Everything is going to be all right now." Thomas was angry. He told his friends, "Unless I touch Jesus' side and see his hands, I will not believe that Jesus is alive." The next Sunday, everyone was back in that same room. Thomas was with them this time. The door was locked just like last time. All at once, Jesus stood in the middle of them. Jesus said, "Peace be with you." Jesus looked at Thomas. He said, "Here, put your fingers in my side. Touch my hands. Believe." "I believe," said Thomas. "I believe in you, and I believe that God is doing wonderful things for all of us." Jesus looked at Thomas, and he looked at all his other friends standing there. Jesus said, "You have believed because you have seen. Blessed are those who will believe even though they do not see me." Then Jesus left them. The disciples knew that they had to share this with everyone they met. This week, our activity is mosaic art. There are some examples of mosaic art in our stained glass windows at St. Peter Lutheran Church. There's a picture of a couple of examples here. Instead of stained glass, we're going to use paper and some glue and make the symbol of the current church season, the cross. So, what you'll need is listed here on the screen. For this project, you'll need some cardstock or heavy white paper, some tissue paper or other colored paper like construction paper, some markers, crayons, or probably colored pencils will do, some white glue or a glue stick, and then some glitter or some other fancy stuff you can find around the house. What we're going to do to start is draw the outline of a cross on your heavy paper. If you need your parents' help with this, please ask, or they might be able to find you a printable cross with a search on Google. After you've outlined your cross, we're going to cut up small pieces of paper or tissue paper of different colors and glue them inside the outline of the cross. You can use some of that fancy stuff to decorate the rest of the page or your parts of your cross if you'd like. Once you're done, I would love it if you would have your parents send me a picture and I can share the pictures that I receive with the rest of our congregation. Thank you guys for joining us again this week. We hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.